All right. Welcome, everyone. This is a Facebook Live October housing market update. So today is October 12th, 2022, and I'm doing a live market update. Normally I record these videos, but I'm kind of bored with that, so decided to go ahead and do it live, see how many people are out there. You can view the written blog post on this if you would like to, if you run out of time. You can also catch this in replay. If you have any questions about the housing market, you can message me on this. If I catch your question during the live stream, I will do my best to answer that question. And if not, I will answer it later on, either in the messages on the blog post that I'll repost to the page, or send you a direct message if it's something that is confidential or whatnot. But you can ask away your questions as we go, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first, we're going to look at the first slide, which you'll find on the market report, is the mortgage rates and what they've been doing. We have been seeing rising mortgage rates for the last 6 weeks, and it hasn't stopped yet. The best guess that I've seen lately is that they're going to increase benchmark rates again at the Fed level, which kind of trickles down into the mortgage market. So we're potentially seeing even higher mortgage rates coming up. Right now we're at about 6.7 to 7% is what the latest rates look like. Maybe even a little bit higher if you're not in that that top tier credit rating. But this is all a reaction to the inflation, and they're going to keep doing it until they get that inflation down. I don't know how long it's going to take. Don't know how what the pivot point is on the inflation, and it could be all the way into next year before they stop raising interest rates. So that's just kind of a wait and see kind of thing. And a lot of folks are asking, well, how in the world are we able to continue selling houses like this? Well, a lot of the builders, they're buying the rates down. So this is something that sellers are also doing in some cases. Instead of lowering the price, they're turning around and helping folks buy the rates down. So that is one reason that you're continuing to see sales go through, is because there's buying the rate down. So instead of paying a 7% rate, maybe they're paying a 6.5 or even a high 5, a 5.5 rate instead of the 7% interest rate. So our next slide here, we have the supply and demand aspect of it. And you'll see here, if you're going through the blog post, that showings are down 12.2% on average nationally. So the buyer traffic is getting muted a little bit here, especially towards the end of the year. Now, we don't know if that is primarily due to the interest rates alone, or if it's a seasonality aspect of it, but I think it's a little bit of both. If I were to take a guess, you have some folks that are priced out, but others are just out of the market because it's seasonal. Active listings, we are up 26.9% on active listings, which is good news if you're a buyer and you're still looking. So you've got 27% more homes to look at, rather than what's just on the market a few months ago. So that's a little bit of good news. If you are still able to buy, you're going to have more options for purchases out there. And that's on the national level. So we'll get to some local numbers here in a minute. So here in San Antonio, new listing inventory, we have here that new listing inventory is up 2.8%. Not a huge number, but it is good. It is a little bit more activity for finding that inventory that's been so hard to find over the past couple of years, particularly if you're involved in those multiple offer situations. So new listing activity up 2.8%. That is about 3.2% higher than it was in 2020. Now, 2020 was still a very good year for home sales and seller activity, but we do have about 3.2% more listings than we had in 2020, and we're up 2.8% over last year as of September. Now, it's not a huge increase, but it is something, it's some progress. But where it gets, where it really starts getting more advantageous to the buyers is active listings increase. So the active listing is just basically a listing that has gone past that first 10-day period, the new listing status. It turns over from a new listing to an active listing. So it's still on the market. It hasn't sold yet for whatever reason. Maybe it's a little heavy on the price. Maybe it needs some more repairs than everyone is willing to deal with. So it doesn't get snapped off the market in just a couple of hours. Active listings is up 17.6%. These are single family residential homes. We're not at the 2020 levels yet for active listings, but again, 17.6% is a good bump in active listings. So more options there for home buyers looking in the market to purchase a home still today. And then another piece of data here locally, San Antonio pending home sales is on the decline. We have a decline here now of 8.7%. That is down, so we're down to 22,492 pending home sales year over year. So the interest rates definitely are making an impact on the market, and just in those two categories, active listings and pending listings alone. I'm still looking at it here thinking, okay, this looks like we have a mix of seasonality and we have some interest rates impacting this market. And I'll get to the real reason why we're not just plummeting here in a minute, but looking further into home price forecast for 2023, and this is on a national average. If you followed any of the blog posts before, you'll notice that these numbers are way down from where they were before. On average right now, 6 forecasts from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Mortgage Bankers Association, HPES, National Association of Realtors, and Zelman come in on average at 1.8% appreciation. That's a national average that they're giving us. So what they're saying here is that they're forecasting home price appreciation to be not as high. They were thinking on average around 4 or 5% next year. So this has come down, and the particular reason that this has changed is because of those high interest rates. You know, a lot of the predictions we had for interest rates were going to be in the mid 5s to 6% range. We're way past that now, and it's, you know, we're still collecting the data now, but it looks like the interest rates could be stepping up, you know, even more. So of course your home price forecast is going to come down on that. So we'll see what it actually is as time goes on. I think San Antonio will end up being a higher appreciation rate. And here is one reason why I think that. So who is driving up the price of homes in San Antonio? We always ask that question. Well, if we go to Redfin, and you can find this again on the blog post for this market report. Number one, top 5 inbound metros searching for homes in San Antonio. Number 1 is Austin. So people living in Austin are actually looking to buy homes here in San Antonio. Number 2, which is not a surprise, is Los Angeles. Number 3, Houston. Number 4, Dallas. And number 5, Chicago. So Austin kind of surprised me because I wasn't, you know, thinking we would see an interstate, migration trend here, but we do have it. So 1,812 people searching for homes from, I believe this is from July through September on Redfin to relocate to San Antonio. So, you know, and then right behind that, Los Angeles, 1,289. So I can't tell you how many times I had cash offers from Los Angeles on listings in the past 2 years. And it just, you know, just doesn't, you know, that doesn't surprise me, but the Austin figure did. But then it really makes sense when you go back and you look at the comps for Austin. If you look at a home here in San Antonio and look at those same type homes in Austin, I mean, the prices are just out of this world. So it makes sense that people are thinking, you know what, I'm done with Austin. I want to move somewhere a little cheaper. Maybe it's, maybe their work is in between Austin and San Antonio. So it makes sense to relocate to San Antonio. So that is happening right now. We're looking at a lot of migration that's continuing, and really the bottom line on it is we're going to continue to see that as long as we price out lower than these other areas. So if our prices continue to be below any of the other metro areas, we're going to continue to see positive price appreciation, on average higher than other places. And if we do go into a downturn, in my opinion, it's not going to be as bad as other cities, because we're still priced below them. We're not the cheapest anymore, but we're still priced below some of these other cities that we're looking at. So if you have any questions, let me check the chat here and see if anybody's asked a question. Now would be the time. If you're not on my email list, check out the blog post. You can join my email list. It only comes out once a week, and I focus on different areas in San Antonio, Live Oak, Cibolo, Converse, Selma, Northeast San Antonio, and then I go back into Bexar County as well. So if you have any questions about a neighborhood or anything real estate related, happy to help. All right, no questions, but thanks for tuning in. And if you found this useful, let me know, and I will see you next week.